Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside, inviting you to slow down. That's right. As part of my practice in nature connection, through my practice of going through my daily walks, it is my intention to notice, to be mindful, to be aware, and that requires a different approach. Now, as I'm walking, different terrain might help me navigate the intensity with which I do it. For example, I might look at a hill or an incline and decide to challenge that a little more with increasing my pace. Being mindful of the downhill slopes as well, being a little more careful on my knees and my joints. Try not to slip, as this forest can be, especially given the weather, given the recent rainfall, reduce the risk of slipping. That's one reason for slowing down. But part of interval walking includes increasing the intensity of your walk for 3 minutes, followed by a slowdown for 3 minutes. That's if I want to be mindful of the walking exercise I get. But for nature connection, the principle is to slow down, actually stop. Engage the way other living things do in nature. So very rarely do other animals simply look at the path or look at their trail, if they're following a trail, and trudge forward. They stop, look and listen with intention. They're smelling the air. They're listening. Bird sign, bird calls will often indicate what else is moving around. Using wind to guide their sense. Smell, sound, just feeling. But for me, moving slowly is not just about what I'm doing to my cardiovascular health. It's about what I'm doing to be aware. So being conscious of every footstep, the sounds I make, the impact I have on the wildlife, the surroundings, my own body. But it allows me to better appreciate the contrasts of shade and dark. It allows me to better appreciate where those sounds are coming from, to better engage with my sense of smell as I move through different parts of the forest, different areas of dampness, or maybe proximity to water. But slowing down allows me to look all around. Very rarely do we as humans do that. We very rarely hike and take a look backward. Most other animals do. But the act of moving slowly, intentionally, being mindful of every footstep, of every change in position and orientation, does allow for more opportunities for connection, to notice. Might also be an opportunity to focus on breath work, slowing down, to have deep and complete inhalations. If possible, do that through the nose, holding when you can, and complete and full exhalations. And listening, smelling, feeling air movement. Maybe it's a lack of air movement. What draws your attention? What brings you pleasure? What's changed? It's that awareness that is deepened, which is at the core of nature immersion. There's no need to sit still on a nature walk, although that is its own practice, known as a sit spot, or meeting with a tree, spending time to appreciate a natural shelter the way other members of the wildlife community do, whether it's a stand of coniferous trees that provide protection from precipitation or wind. But there are microclimates within a forest that offer protection, that feel a little more enclosed, a little more safe. or maybe you're not exposed. Slowing down also allows your mind to consider scope and scale and appreciate the grand diversity of those other living things, predominantly the trees, shrubs, grass. It allows you opportunities to notice what's happening with seasonal changes. Still a nice morning mist. A couple steps changes the view. A couple steps changes our perspective. A couple changes in direction, in focus and perspective, changing in that intentional timing, allows for more opportunity for nature connection. Very rarely does it have to do with how much nature you expose yourself to. It's about the deepening of that connection. Forest bathing doesn't require a lot of time. It's not about the hour spent. 20 minutes is enough. A couple hours once a month, that's enough. And if you can manage 3 days at some point during your year, that's enough. It's not about the distance traveled. It's not about getting your 10,000 steps. It's about being present, about doing sensory work and being mindful, about taking it all in. Just breathe. Watch. Connecting with yourself. Connecting with other living things in nature, which subconsciously will lead us to a better awareness and appreciation of those other living people as part of the way we navigate the rest of our day. So I do like to begin each day with a walk in nature, not just because I'm walking my dog, although that's a big part of it, but I really get a chance to notice what's happening in the natural world, partly because I do work in the outdoors all day. And this will better prepare me physically, mentally, emotionally to be a better social creature, to be responsible for the programs and the staff that I'm responsible to support, lead, and to be the better version of myself includes slowing down and noticing, being empathetic, considerate, kind, in nature connection, slow, intentional, deep immersion with myself, my environment, with participating in other ecosystems, in other landscapes. All of it occurs when I take the effort and time to slow down. So many reasons to change the way I walk, given the landscape, given the terrain, given my timing, given considerations around weather. But there's more reason to slow down. If time allows, if I'm prepared, if that's my intention. So if your intention for going outside is for your health, whether it's on a walk, whether it's tending to a garden, whether it's a break during your workday to disconnect so that you can better return to reconnect, do it with intention and slow down. Breathe, listen, smell, notice, feel. Start with yourself. That extends to other living things, And in the grand scale, in scope, to life as we know it, at this time, in this place, what is your impact on yourself, on those around you, on the other living things? Helps focus your purpose through being intentional, through being mindful. And that requires slowing down, which is a recommended practice for most of us in our work life. It's a good practice not to react dramatically, drastically, emotionally, in conversation, in social media, in emails. Let it sit. Mull it over. Considering the impact of your reaction. Slowing down is always the best practice. But when it's time to move, there's a reason for that too. So, thanks for slowing down your time, spending it with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. So please, go outside, slow down. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.